Mike in Albany, New York writes to me and says, Paul, thanks for all you do. Thanks, Mike. Much appreciated. Thanks for watching. Sorry, this pedestrian question, as I'm not sure who else to ask. I admired your past listening rooms and now the new listening lab and Octave Studios. Did PS Audio use a commercial company to build your wooden sound diffusers? If so, would you recommend them? Sorry for the type of question. A young man like yourself has much more important to deal with. A fellow geezer audio dude. He actually said mature. I just added geezer, Mike. P.S. I own all Octave vinyl records. Any chance of producing more? Yes. We stopped for a while because they weren't selling that well. And we'd sell 100, 200 albums of vinyl, but the minimum we could make was 500 vinyl. And then we're sitting on 300, and it's expensive. And Octave Studios, as cool as it is, and this is where I spend a lot of my time and my passion up here, and it's one of the coolest studios in the world, it's not profitable. We do it out of passion and out of love. But we have found a wonderful pressing plant that will do 100, 200 copies. So yeah, we're going to start doing vinyl again and see how it does. And if it does well, if people buy it, then we'll keep doing it. So, all right, these diffusers, well, the design of the diffusers is from, it's a traditional design. It's from ASC. Look up ASC. They make diffusers like this. It's a classic design of proportions, and we just basically stole the design. It's not ASC's. It's been around forever. This design. You can look up a classic design, and then we had our mechanical engineer draft it up, and we sent it out to a company in China. And this was during the pandemic. Great story, by the way, because we, in order to build this studio and the listening lab and everything that we use this for, we got an entire 20-foot container full of these. I mean, there's a lot of them. There were 100. They're 8 feet tall, and you might, well, I mean, you know, I am like, what am I, 5'10", 5'9"? So you can see they're quite tall. These in the United States would have cost $600, $700, $800 a piece. The company we went to in China, their labor costs are lower and their material costs are lower, I guess. We got these for probably $150 each. Big savings. But we had to order hundreds of them and fill a container full, and long story. Anyway, it was during the pandemic, and I don't remember the fellow's name, but we had originally had these in birch. That's because the material itself, as long as it's decent material, doesn't really matter. It's the shape. I mean, you can see on here, this is higher, this is a little bit recessed, and that's all the way back, and then the pattern repeats itself. And that's to diffuse the sound, right? Okay, so the cheapest way we could do it was out of birch plywood, and that's what we had contracted for. So, and again, this is during the pandemic, so he writes me an email and goes, I am so sorry. We can't get a hold of the birch. Sorry, but we could get a hold of cedar. Would you accept cedar? And I go, oh my God, how much more is that going to cost? And I wrote back, and he goes, no, we're not going to charge any more for it. We'll eat the cost. I mean, great people to work with. And I said, are you kidding me? You're going to do that out of cedar? So I got to tell you, when we first installed these are about 3 years old now. When we first installed these, the smell in this room, you know how cedar smells? And we had no moths. It was amazing. Doesn't sound any different, but man, it sure as hell smelled good. So that's the story. We had them custom made for us, and you can look this up. I mean, it's nothing tricky on the design. So, all right, thanks. I'll talk to you later. Bye.